Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Victoria 2 as Sardinia-Piedmont. In the last episode we got involved in the French War of Albanian liberation from a crisis which was unable to be resolved peacefully. We are on the side of Russia and France versus UK, Ottoman Empire, Spain, Austria and Germany, and surprisingly, given that it kind of looks a little imbalanced in the enemy favour, we are actually winning. Judging by the numbers, they do outnumber us a little bit, but it's not actually a huge difference. Austria has added the Humiliate war goal against us, which is very rude of them, but we're doing a reasonable job of fighting the amount of troops that they have sent against us. I think what we're going to do here is wait until the end of the month to get what reinforcements we can get for these armies, and then go and fight this 39 stack here, so that they can't win any more occupations here, and then we can maybe look at this 23 stack, which I don't want to attack in the mountains, but it is actually at low organization, so it might not be so bad to do that. But let's wait until May. And we didn't actually get that much in the way of reinforcements, unfortunately, but that's okay. I think we still are probably well advised to take care of this before they can finish that occupation. Ooh, it's going kind of badly for us here. Nope, we've turned it around. We're losing organization at a pretty alarming rate at the start there, but it seems to be okay now, and I think we want to try to get some of the Austrian land occupied as soon as possible so we can possibly add a war goal. And France has actually come in to help us out in this battle, which is very nice of them. Definitely appreciate it. In fact, I'll throw this army in here as well, and then we'll have it continue on to Brescia. We'll just have to let this army do its occupations for the moment. We're probably actually at 100 influence in... was it the Papal States we were influencing? So we can add them to our sphere, drop them down to low priority. Let's see. And Parma we can now go up to high priority, and we should be able to sphere them without too much trouble. I guess we should check out how this battle is going. Austria has a pretty good general in there. We did win the battle. We do have a weakened army heading to Brescia, which is where the Austrian army is heading, but they're at basically zero morale, or zero organization, so I think we'll be fine there. Maybe France will even help. Seems like France isn't helping, but we are going to be fine. Oh, France is helping us occupy some land over here. Just hope that we get credit for the occupation and not them. So let's take a slightly wider look at how this war is going. It seems that France is pushing into Spain here, but Spain has a reasonable amount of troops there. They could potentially fight back. France also starting to occupy Germany up here too. There are a few British armies around here, but nothing enormous. There's a 26 stack there that almost was hiding behind that German army. And there are a few German armies as well, but it seems to be fairly evenly balanced here for the moment. But Austria and Germany are pushing pretty strongly into Russia up here, which is, I guess, bad news for us. And we've we've lost another occupation over here. Hopefully this guy loses interest in our land and goes off to siege France. Which seems like is exactly what's happening. Oh, he's actually sieging Turin. Which we don't like. I guess we can divert this army to chase him off after this occupation is complete. Or part of it. I think I'll detach part of it to support the 13 stack we have sieging in Brescia. Okay, we can now build monitors, which we probably would like to do. Okay, we have won the occupation of Milan. Let's just see if we can possibly add any war goals. Not going well enough. Well, I didn't really think it would be. Actually, if France's army is heading over here, they may take care of this army for us. We can just leave everything over here. We're being occupied down here by the Ottomans, which we don't care about. This is all colonial land, so it's not going to contribute very much war score. No activity on any of our other colonial possessions. We do have a reasonably sized Austrian army over here we should keep an eye on. Thank you, France. Maybe take back some of these occupations too. That would be very nice of you. The Eastern question. With the Ottoman Empire fading as a great power, people have instead begun referring to this once great nation as the sick man of Europe. Nationalism and revolts in the empire's non-Turkish provinces are growing concerns for the Ottoman state, and coupled with the relative backwardness of the empire in comparison to the states of Western Europe, many now seem to believe that the empire's demise is only a question of time. Furthermore, the reputed harsh treatment of Christians in the Ottoman state have led to the Russian Empire declaring itself the protector of Eastern Christendom. Should we accept the Russian encroachments on Ottoman territory? We can say the Russian Empire must renounce the title, giving us better relations with the Ottoman Empire and 6 prestige, or we could lose 5 prestige. Well, I don't think we really care about having good relations with the Ottomans, but we do care about prestige. I'm not sure that plus or minus 5-ish prestige is going to give us too many problems either way. And I don't know what the results of the Protectorate Denied event that Russia would get are. I think we'll just give up 5 prestige. Seems like the safer course of action. Okay, France has chased off this army. They are sieging some of the land back for us up here, which is very nice of them. Flu pandemic, I guess we'll spend £1,000 on it. And we can construct ironclads. So I think we'll want to go and fight this Austrian army right now if possible. Still can't add any war goals. If France would want to come and fight this instead, I would greatly appreciate that. But it doesn't seem like they're going to. Let's actually take out this smaller stack first. And then this one. My hope is that when France manages to take back these other 2 Austrian occupations here, we'll be able to add a war goal then, but we may have to go and do some more occupations ourselves first. Or we'll just have an end to the war right now. But a successful one, at least, with Albania acquiring all states with core provinces. Wait, that was the side we were on, wasn't it? I don't even remember who was on which side. I'm pretty sure that was a win for us. Okay, well that's fine, I suppose. We didn't get to add any war goals, we didn't get Lombardia away from Austria, and in fact we now probably have a truce with Austria, so we won't be able to declare war on them again for a while. But, yeah, 5 years. But that's okay. France has entered an alliance with Albania. We should, of course, demobilize our troops. And hopefully start making some money again. Also would help if we lowered spending on land units to, let's say, about 40%. Okay, and let's check back on how we're doing on sphering Parma. So we're up to 60 influence, and it seems that Austria is not particularly trying to do anything here, so it seems like we're going to be able to sphere them without too much trouble. So we are going to want to get machine guns as soon as possible when 1870 rolls around. And to do that, we're probably going to want to store up research points for the previous year, but we've got a while left to go before that is relevant, so I think we'll turn our attention elsewhere for the moment. I think we'll get industry techs, since we're a little behind in some of these, I think. Sure, the practical steam engine seems like a good choice. Germany has entered an alliance with the UK, okay. And we have an alliance offer from Lucca, which we will of course accept since they are in our sphere. We did of course lose our alliance with France just before that war broke out, I think it was. Which is a little worrying. We now do not have a great power ally. So we should try to get one. France is allied with Russia. I guess they were allied with us and Russia for the whole time, so it's kind of surprising that they didn't break their alliance before, in that case. It seems that the UK has no great power ally. Oh no, wait, they're allied with Germany, we just saw the message, of course. Well, we don't want the USA and we don't want Austria. We know that Russia is allied with France. Which possibly leaves us Spain, who do not have a great power ally. They wouldn't accept because of negative relations, because we were just at war. And it looks like they're not going to be a great power for too long anyway. So maybe we'll wait until this resolves itself and we find out who is going to be the great power that replaces them. Seems like it's going to be the Ottomans. Well, okay. Austria increasing relations with us. Maybe they want an alliance with us, though the reason we don't want that, obviously, is because we're going to have to go to war with them over Lombardia. And in terms of colonial power, we are up to 263 available, which is going to allow us to do 3 simultaneous colonies, I believe. Which is good. And we do have supply available for more ships, and of course the ability to build ironclads and monitors now. So I think we'll do that. I can't remember which of these is the most efficient for colonial power, but I think they're both at least decent. We'll get 2 ironclads queued up, and 1 monitor for the moment. Okay, more plurality is very nice. I guess we'll increase relations also with Germany. if we could get an alliance with them, that would be pretty good. And we can do something with the two Sicilies, was it? We're not even influencing there. Of course, we're actually at 73. But we were mainly concentrating on Parma, where we are almost at 100. So we are just about to sphere them. Let's reduce them down to low priority, and we are safe to focus on the two Sicilies, and it should be 20% faster now that we have a neighbouring sphere member in the Papal States. So we do have France woken up and acting here. They have just discredited us, which is fine. I guess we'll just continue to influence for the moment, since we can't really be spending our influence productively elsewhere. So it is just the two Sicilies left that we need to get in our sphere. And we'll have all of the independent states here taken care of then. And just Lombardia left to get before we can click the Italy button, which will be exciting. I guess we'll get clean coal as well. Maybe that's actually not going to help us too much. Yeah, I guess we'll get military plans instead. So the Ottomans are officially the number 8 great power again. Probably we could get an alliance with them if we got to positive relations, but they're unlikely to be too helpful. I guess we'll keep playing nice with Germany for the moment. Don't want to be influencing Algeria for no reason. We're up to almost 100 in two Sicilies. Liberty is enlightening the world. France giving the US a present. We're a little behind on newspapers. You know, rebellion in Taiping, apparently. War between Chinese Empire and the Heavenly Kingdom. What is going on over there? Just have a look after we get to 100 here. Spain is demanding concession against Morocco. Okay. So we may as well just increase opinion up to friendly. We're going to have to leave them alone once France gets up to 50-ish. I guess we should increase relations here as well, since that will help us out. And we're going to have a little bit of freedom to influence without a discredit, but actually we have just been discredited again immediately, which actually is fine. Just means we can keep going and France can't do anything worse to us for the near future. Parma wants an alliance, which of course we'll accept. Austria is improving relations. We have discovered social justice. And we have finished researching military plans. I guess we'll go for strategic mobility. Not leave it to the middle of our next war to get our military tech caught up. Probably a good choice. Can rebuild some troops. So I suppose we will. How are our navies coming along? We finished building all of the ironclads and monitors that we queued up previously. We are only about half of our supply throughput there, so we can afford quite a few more. Sure, we'll get that many queued up for the moment. And France is again approaching 50 here, so we're going to have to probably leave them alone for a little while. And Spain has declared war on Morocco. Not unexpectedly. Okay. So we'll have to wait here until France squanders their influence dealing with somebody else, and then we'll be free to probably get all the way to 100 and get them right out of France's sphere when we have the opportunity. But we're out of time for this episode, so we're going to have to leave it here. Thanks for watching, and join me again next time.